Hey y'all, today I'm going to use everything that I received in the P. Louise budget box for July. It came with glitter body oil, primer. Let me open this up for you. This is a highlighter palette for the eyes and face. 3 loose pigments, but I only used 1. And then a sparkly lip balm, and I used every single one of these products. I mean, I didn't use all of the loose pigments. I only used 1. So if you want to see how everything turned out, please stick around. Howdy friends, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a good day. So as you saw in the intro, I'm going to be using all of the products from the P. Louise budget box. So first of all, I used the P. Louise Feel the Sparkle Coconut Scent Golden Drip Glitter Body Oil. This is what it looks like, and I don't know if you can really tell. Let me turn the light off. You can't really tell here, but I can tell in person that it looks really good. I have such fair skin that it's hard to tell anything. So I wonder if I should leave my light off. Does that seem too dark? It seems a little dark for me, so I'm gonna leave it on. And I forgot to prep my eyes, so I'm gonna go out and do that, and I'll be back. Next up is the Pop and Shine Hydro Glitter Bubble Primer. Isn't this cool looking? It's got those little bubbles, and it's like surrounded by some kind of liquid. I'm not sure what it is, but it's got these bubbles in there. I guess that makes the sparkle, but it says it blurs imperfections, minimizes pores, and creates the perfect base. So let's try her out. It just feels like a nice hydrating primer, but as you can see, it leaves like a nice glow to the skin. It's very nice. It doesn't feel greasy. It just feels like a gel, if that makes any sense. It just feels like a nice gel that dries down and then leaves like this nice glow to the skin. I don't know how much it's like, what does it say? Blurs imperfection, minimizes pores. I'm not sure how much it's doing that, but it is a nice hydrating base. It feels good. I really like it. Let's see how it does holding on the makeup. For foundation, I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Longwear Illuminating Foundation in the shade Porcelain. This is a really good foundation, although, and whatever color you get, it doesn't matter what color you get, it's always going to have like a warm undertone, and it's going to be a little bit yellow. But then once you get the rest of the makeup on, you don't even see it anymore, so it's not a big deal. But I think this is why LA Girl came out with those other foundations that you can mix into foundations to make the shades either lighter or less yellow. As far as I know, they're the only company that has come out with those other mixing pigments, and I'm wondering if it's because of the yellowness of all of their foundations. I don't know if any other company has come out with those. If anybody knows of any, please let me know. But I just know that I always have issues with yellowness from LA Girl, so I wonder if that's why LA Girl came out with those mixing pigments. But it's a nice foundation, nice coverage, blends out easily. It's nice. And you can see that the primer coming through too, the nice glowiness of the primer. This looks better in person than it does on the phone. I wonder if I need to go in with another layer. Let me put a little bit more on. So, like I said, it looks better in person than it does on the phone. Maybe I just need a tad more. But then I'll look at this in editing and realize that it looked fine the whole time. You know what I mean? So sometimes you don't see what you see in editing. It's weird because sometimes in editing you'll see something about your makeup and it'll be like, I don't know, totally different than what you saw in person. This is an illuminating foundation also, so it's a little, they have matte foundations, but this illuminating one is a little more dewy, so that helps with the primer. It helps it come through. Okay, that looks a little bit better. It looks great in person, and it probably will look fine in editing. It's just that on the phone, what I'm looking at right now, it just seems like I'm not getting the coverage that I want, but in person I am, so I'm just going to go with it. For concealer, I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match Radiant Serum Concealer. So I realize this is a serum concealer. I was wondering why I wasn't getting like the bright under eye that I usually want. But since this is a serum concealer, it's not like high coverage, and that's the reason. So I'm just going to put a little bit on and I'm going to let it sit. And then it'll help when it dries down. It helps that brightening come through when I blend it out later. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then go ahead and put on my bronzer, which is Sheglam Silk Haze Cream Bronzer in the shade Toffee. Let me find my brush. I rearranged my brushes again, and I consolidated and only have one set of brushes out now. So I don't know where it is. Here it is. Oh yeah, this is a very, very light bronzer. I remember now. It's a cream bronzer, but it's like packed in so, like I'm swatching it on my finger and you can barely see it. So I don't know what's going on with this bronzer, but it's a little strange. Like I'm digging into it and I'm not picking up the product I should be. Let me see what it says on the back. Silk Haze Cream Bronzer. So I wonder if Silk Haze means it's like barely there. But I'm going to try to build it up. It looks nice enough. It's just a little light for my liking. And then I'm going to blend out this concealer. And yeah, that looks much better than it did yesterday when I didn't let it dry down. For liquid blush, I'm going to use this Ucanbe in the shade Cool Pink. And then for powder, I'm going to use a NYX HD Finishing Powder in Translucent. So my eye was hurting like crazy yesterday, and it feels better today. So I just don't know what's going on with it. I don't know why it keeps going back and forth, but it's driving me a little crazy. But it feels better today, so hopefully It's better. I keep putting that goop in it, and I keep putting artificial tears in it. That stuff is not good for the makeup, let me tell you. I had that goop in it, and I was like rubbing the bottom of my eye, and then I went and had a conversation with Barry, and then he just totally didn't tell me that I looked like I had gotten punched in the eye, but I had like mascara like down here, and he totally was just having a conversation with me and not letting me know that. For setting spray, I'm going to use the Colourpop No Filter setting spray. I haven't used this in a long time. Yes, I am. Oh, this setting spray, I forgot it's so light that I barely feel it on my skin. So I got this in the budget box. This is the P. Louise Whatever the Feather palette for eyes and face. This is highlighting. This is going to be intense. So I'm not sure which one I want to use. I might go into this one. I might go into one of these for my eyes, but I'm going to go into this one for my face. And I'm going to use a brush, which is probably a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm just going to go in very lightly because I know this is going to be intense. I just barely dipped my brush in there, and you can already see like how intense that is. It's very nice though. I kind of want it to be a little intense today because today is all about glitter and shine. That's very nice. Up on my forehead, I'm going to definitely go light on my forehead. I might use the silver side on my nose just to be a little different, just to use it and see what it's like. That's pretty. Okay, and I'm going to use this on the eyes too. So when we get there, I'll show you. Well, actually, I have some loose pigment, so I don't know if I want to use loose pigment or maybe I'll use both. Okay, so what's next? Blush. So for blush, I'm going to use this Revolution Blusher Reloaded in the shade Coral Dream. I know it's scary looking. It's really pretty. If I can get it open. There we go. Just going to pat it on very lightly because it is very pigmented. All right, that's good. And then for bronzer, going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like the beach. I used to not like this bronzer because it has a little bit of sheen going through it, but I like it now. It's one of my favorites. And it does blend very well. Goes on very, very well. Okay, what's next? I think that's it for the face, so I will come back and we'll do something on my eyes. So I'm going to use the P. Louise Behind the Veil palette, and remember this one, this has the creams on the first row and then the lighter shade, well, the shades on the middle row, and then the shimmer, oh my god, the shimmer on the last row. So I'm going to go in and use one of these for my transition. Let me see. I think I'll go into the Vows So True section. The individual colors don't have names, but it's in like sections. I don't like these long hands. I don't know. I just like the regular square ones. I mean, I could do without these cream shades, so I wish they would have done it a little different. But I know a lot of people like to use the cream shades. I do every once in a while, but not very often. And then let me find one of my cockeyed brushes. Then I'm going to go into the Our Next Chapter section, and that's got the darkest shade. Got these new eyelashes that I want to try today, but I'm afraid they're like too much, but I'm gonna try them anyway, because with eyelashes you just never can tell. I mean, it may look scary in the package, but then they look really good on, so I'm gonna try them. If I don't like them, I can always change them. Okay, so I'm going to blend this out with a section out of A Lifetime of Love. I'm just going to blend around the edges. Okay, and this is normally where I would go in with one of the shimmers, but I'm going to use a shimmer out of this, where I just used the highlighter. So I think I'm going to go into this shimmer here. Like, you just have to like press on these shimmers and then look at what you get. Isn't that amazing? It's like, and I'm not even swiping. I'm just like pushing my finger on those. So let me find a flat brush. This is good enough. And I'm going to use this shade here, and I'm going to put that on the inside corner. So these are nice because you can swipe them and make them very shimmery, or you can just like push them and pat them on your eyes and just make it a little shimmery. I think I used the wrong color. I should have used the gold, but I wanted to try this color. That's pretty though. I'm going to overlap it into that dark brown. So let me see if I have time. What time is it? 10 o'clock. What time do I have to leave? I have to leave in an hour. So I think I might have time. Let me see which one I want to use. So there was 3 loose pigments that came with this. There's the gold, like the white silverish kind, and then bronze. So I think I want to use, do I want to use the gold or the white? Because I've already used the white. Maybe I'll use the white since I've already used the white shimmer. So what you do, this is how you use a loose pigment. You want to take some kind of glitter glue or glitter primer. I'm going to use the NYX glitter primer, and I'm just going to put a little bit on my brush. And then you just swipe wherever you want that glitter to go, or the loose pigment to go. In my case, it's going to be on the inner corner. You'll need like a flat brush for this, or you can use a fluffy brush too, but I just like to use the flat brushes. And then you dip into the loose pigment and get some of that on your brush, and then you just pat it on your eyes wherever you want it to go. That is intense. Oh, that is pretty. That is really intense. And then you don't want it to look like you just plopped a bunch of glitter there. So you want to go up into the crease and kind of blend it out a little bit. Maybe this is where a fluffy brush will come in handy. Isn't that gorgeous? And you want to blend it into the dark areas too. So I'll just use the fluffy brush that I've been using, and I'm just gonna kind of blend it on the outer edges and down the middle. So see, it looks a little more blended in. And you can pat blend too, just to diffuse those lines. But that is a gorgeous loose pigment. I can't wait to try the other one. Okay, so I'm gonna go do my eyelashes and see what happens, and probably my lip liner too. Okay, these are my new lashes. I'm not really sure how I feel about them. I did cut them down quite a bit. I mean, I like them, but don't like them. So I don't know. I'm going to wear them today and see how I feel. So sometimes you just have to wear something all day and give it a chance, and maybe you grow to like it, maybe you don't. But anyway, for lip liner, I use Colourpop BFF. And then for lipstick, I'm going to use the Maybelline Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in the shade Driver. Okay, and I'm going to let this dry down, and then I'm going to put on a very questionable lip balm over it, and I'll be back. Okay, so I don't know about this. This is the P. Louise Twinkle Tint Glitter Lip Balm, and this is what it looks like. It looks beautiful. I just don't know if it is going to look beautiful on me, but I wanted to try everything, so I'm going to try it. Oh, okay. When I swatched it on my finger, it looked a lot more intense than this. This I can live with. I don't even know if you can really see that or not. And I am putting it on over lipstick, so that makes it a little more muted. Okay, I like that. I thought it was going to be crazy. I'm going to go around the other side. I don't have lipstick on this thing. That's pretty. I like that. Okay. I like that. I'm going to use that again, definitely. I had a lip gloss on standby just in case it got too crazy. But yeah, so this is the look today. I don't know, my eyelashes here are bugging me. Like I might cut that back. So I hope you like it. I actually like it. I'm on the fence about the eyelashes still, so I don't know. But so yeah, that's it for me for today. I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Hey y'all, so I drove around with those other lashes on, and then I would come home and occasionally look in the mirror, and I just couldn't stand those lashes. So I put these, my basic half lashes on. So I hope you like this look better. Thanks for watching.